Hey guys, how are you? This is Sophia with Sophia Brings Light coming to you today just to share and touch base with you. I'd have to say that's what my videos are about, is sharing my spiritual practice with you, sharing my journey, my thoughts, and so forth. If you were, it's like a virtual grimoire, I guess, as a sort. Well, today I just wanted to talk about spiritual activism and that I feel a calling toward that. And I think I've said that on a number of occasions that I feel a calling to speak when I need to speak, to be silent when I need to be silent, to dare to know and to be silent, isn't that? And I feel at this time it is time for me to speak. Seeing the activities that have happened over the last few days, especially with the protesters at the White House and all of that take place. There are certain things that happen in our country here lately that sometimes I just feel like I can't be silent, and this is a voice for me to speak. It I look at that stuff sometimes and I think, I can't help but think, but that if that was Black people, that, it might been a lawn on the White House full of dead bodies. I remember when Black Lives Matter were on the White House step, and I think I've seen that picture also posted on Facebook. There were armed guards on the steps, not even allowing them to go to the steps. Now, not blaming anybody. I feel like things happen on both sides, and I feel like this was an inside job. This was maybe a job inside, outside, and all around. Either way it goes. However I feel like our Capitol is a sacred place, and we need to protect that. And that some people have been convicted, should be convicted. If you were a peaceful protester, I feel like we all have the right to protest, so I have nothing to say. And if you stayed, in acceptable areas to do your protest, your business, say que sera, sera. But when you went past boundaries, things that were clear that you should not be here, and you disregarded and just took advantage, and you're an American citizen, to be that blatant and disrespectful is very alarming to me. And I think that as American citizens, we all should speak against that, and something needs to be done. The people that violated and broke the law and did all of that need to be penalized for that. If that entails jail time, or the moment that you went past designated areas that are not to be gone past, or that you went past the areas that you know that you shouldn't have been, then to me, you also took your life into your own hand when you disregarded those things. And it is what it is. So I just feel like, hey, it's wrong from the top to the bottom, including from the top, our president, to incite such a thing. And then it was wrong for adult people what's wrong is wrong. And some of these people are ministers and politicians, and you should know better. Parents, is this what you want to teach your children? Blatant disregard of American rights and everything. I think that's something we should say, for me. I can't speak for other people, but I think it's something that we should speak on, should say something about. I disagree with this. I think it's totally wrong. I think those who broke the law need to be penalized, and that's from the top to the bottom. I feel like this should be investigated. I want to know how this happened and why it happened, and whoever broke the law blatantly, and that's on both sides, you are accountable for your actions and should be held accountable for your actions. So that is my take on that, not to downplay it, not to do any of those things, but to just bring that to attention. With all that tension and everything, I thought I'd pull some cards on it to see what I got and to see what it's saying. Because I have to say that these issues bring up something in me. Anger, righteous anger. It just really does something to me when these things happen, and I have to take time to process. Sometimes I go to the cards to do that. I'm going to try to turn this around a little bit if I can, if it will let me. I pray for you guys, because a lot of times what you're seeing is my bad photography skills. And this is, again, one of those times. So I'm going to turn the camera around and let you see. I did a 3-card pull from, and I'm going to turn the camera around now. This 3-card pull from the Angel Wisdom Tarot. Here I am just kind of holding that up, the Angel Wisdom Tarot. And this right here is my 3-card pull. And the first card that I pulled was Strength, where it says personal power and assertiveness portrayed with kindness, compassion that brings about forgiveness, and really realizing that you're stronger than you knew. So I feel like in this time that we have to tap into our power, our personal power, to speak your piece with the assertiveness that it's talking about, and to tap into your own courage. Personally, this is a time where we're going to have to tap into some things ourselves personally. So that's one. The second one is the High Priestess. Again, this is the High Priestess card. And it says, meditate and turn inward to discover your soul's true desire. This is not the time for action. Develop your intuitive gifts and trust the wisdom you receive. And what that is saying to me, this is a time for you to tap into your own spirit power, to seek guidance from yourself. And before you take action, which a lot of people should have heeded, to think before you act and use wisdom in that. That's what I'm taking from that card. And the third card, which these cards also have elements on them, and this is a card of the fire element. And it says, conflicts with others caused by opposing opinions. Wow. Walk away from drama unless the situation is really worth your time, and then stand up for yourself. Very ambitious people. So is that card so apropos at this time? I think this is a time when we have to evaluate what's worth fighting for, what's worth saying something about, and what is worth you investing your time and energy. And I'm going to turn the camera back around, and it's me again. I hope I didn't give you dizziness as we did that, but I just feel like this is a personal time of that you have to go within yourself and see where you stand, and stand where you stand, speak on it, and say something about it. And sometimes I have to admit, there are times when social things happen that I feel like are unjust or wrong, and I just cannot say anything about it and just keep it to myself and go on about the day to day. Sometimes I think we have to take that pause and say what we feel. No matter what the consequence of that, take a stand for something, for righteousness, for justice and equality. And you guys know that I have done that once before on my channel. And once again, I felt the need to do that. Part of my channel is and part of my journey is to question myself, to reflect on some things. Part of my spiritual path is to learn to be independent in my thinking and not be just one of the herd, one of the sheep. Not that I'm trying to be anything, but it's who I am, but to be a self-thinking, self-reflecting, self-governing individual with my own thoughts that can take facts and then evaluate those facts and come up with a conclusion. So I hope that in my spiritual practice that I'm growing, and I feel like I am. I feel like my spiritual practice has brought me to evolution which that's an ongoing process. I hope to evolve and evolve, and to has helped me to think things through, to be creative, to seek guidance from higher power when that is needed. And I hope that your spiritual practice brings you to that. So being a spiritual activist, every battle is not for me. And I have to come to a conclusion for that. You know, every battle is not my battle. Every fight is not my fight. But those that call to me like, this is for you. This is where you need to speak. This is it. And this is a platform for me to voice my opinions, my thoughts, or whatever. You don't have to agree with me. You can have a different opinion. And if you want to leave a comment for that, that's fine. If not, and if you don't like what I say, you can also unsubscribe, however floats your boat. But on this channel, sometimes when I feel like there's been an injustice, when I think that something is wrong, I am going to speak about that which calls me to speak. So, blessed be. I hope and pray that we are all thinking individuals that can look at facts and see them for what they are, not telling you how to think, feel, or act. But as for me, this was blatant disregard of our process of voting people in. You win, you lose, and that is life for a lot of us. Sometimes we win and sometimes we lose, and we have to pick up where we left off. If we've been defeated, pick ourselves up and move on. And if we've won, we have to accept that win with graciousness and dignity. And sometimes I look at America and I say, have we become a bunch of, I don't know, babies? Ignorant people? I had hoped better for us, that we are all evolving. And I guess that leads up to the spiritual community. We are leaders, we are seekers, we are visionaries, and sometimes we have to lead by holding the vision. So I hold the vision of America where everyone is treated with human kindness and dignity, where there is justice for all. I'll be the visionary that holds that up. How about you? Have a very blessed day. My thoughts for today. This is Sophia Brings Light. Thank you.